Grace and peace be with you. My name is Mark. I'm the pastor at Sycamore Creek in Potterville. I'm much more of a national park guy than I am a big city guy. I don't really like huge crowds. I don't like the noise of the city. I don't like all the man-made structure of the city. So it was convicting to me to read for today Psalm 48 and to reflect on cities. You see, God describes heaven as a city, the New Jerusalem. I better get working on enjoying cities and crowds if I'm going to enjoy heaven someday with God. Now, in Psalm 48, it praises God. It praises God, who God is in the city, and a God who reigns as king over the city. Now, remember, yesterday we talked about the enthronement psalm, Psalm 47. Today, God is the king over this city. And we read how this great city in Psalm 48, God's city, it proclaims to all the praises of God's salvation from generation to generation. And in the first three verses of this psalm, well, they proclaim God's greatness, God's holiness, God's joy, God's power. And then the next few verses, verses 4 through 8, they show God saving the city from the enemies. And then the final verses, verses 9 through 14, they praise God for his great salvation and do so to the next generation, so the next generation might know what God has done for them. However you think of cities, whatever your relationship is with cities, in Psalm 48, we have a heavenly vision of people who trust in God, who trust in a God who reigns, and who these people live out that trust in God together, their ruler, their king. We can start those two things today, and that will lead us on a path to being with God in heaven. Grace and peace be with you.